All right, good day, and welcome back to my channel. So, this reading today is for Leo, okay? Alrighty, Leo. Alrighty, so if you're new to this channel, I welcome you. Go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you like the content. If you are an original, thank you guys for always coming back. I really appreciate all of the support. So now let's see, Spirit, what do we have for Leo? What do we have for Leo? Alrighty, so, right, Leo, it's time for you to retreat and recharge. Okay, so Spirit is saying for you to go into hermit mode. Anytime you see the hermit, you know, it's time for you to relax, you know, get back into your sacral space through your meditation, recharge your energy. All right, so you haven't been doing a lot of that lately, so the divine is saying that you need to get to that. That's your primary card, meaning that you need to do it sooner rather than later. So retreat and recharge, Leo. Again, they want you to see things from a higher perspective here. All right, so you see the eagle is soaring, and they want you to see things from a different perspective. They want you to look at everything at a higher level. Like, for some reason it appears that, you know, you're thinking at things at a lower frequency. Okay, and so the divine needs you to think of that thing at a higher frequency. You know, whether it is that you're planning to brand out, you know, you need to be thinking bigger about that thing. All right, if you're, you know, in some, you know, treading some new territory, you need to be really thinking bigger. You know, the divine is saying that what you're thinking right now is too small and you need to think bigger. Even if you're actually dealing with a certain situation, the perspective that you have on that situation is not the perspective that divine is telling you to have. All right, you need to start looking at that from a different angle as well. All right. Okay, so in tracking down your fears and desire, this card has showed up at least once already in another reading. You know, so if you're cross watching and you have Leo moon or anything like that, you know, tracking down your fears and desires, you need to know what scares you, and you need to also know what you're passionate about so that you can tackle both. What it appears is that, you know, you're leaning more on your fears than on your desires. So go ahead and start really focusing in on your desires here. All right, and connect with the emotions that you're feeling. Like you're having like a lot of different emotions, but you're not connecting with them. You know, you're kind of like trying to just act as if those emotions aren't there and continue to move on with your day to day. But if you do not connect with those emotions, then that emotion is going to continue to show up in your life. It doesn't matter what you're doing, how fast or how hard you try to run from it, it's going to always show up in your life until you connect with that emotion and deal with that emotion. So take charge. Like, you need to start back taking charge of your life, taking authority over everything that you're doing. Like, you're supposed to be in charge of it. No one else is supposed to be in charge of your life here. All right, so the divine is wanting you to take ownership back. All right, take ownership back. So this perspectives that you need to be seeing need to be of your own and not of anyone else's. All right, they want you to track down these fears and these desires, your fears and desires, no one else's, and connect with your emotions, no one else's. Okay, so they want you to be in a position of authority here. And take notes of the intuitive messages. The divine saying that they've been sending you all of these messages, all these intuitive messages, you know, especially during these different phases of the moon, and like you're just kind of like ignoring them. And so they need you to take note of it. That's probably why your primary card is to, you know, begin your spiritual work and doing your meditation and retreating, because you need to be able to receive these downloads that they're sending you, because they're sending you all of the answers that you need. And in many ways, you're overlooking them, or you're just missing them because you haven't been, you know, practicing your spirituality the way that you should, right? And because you haven't been practicing the way that you should, guess what's been going on? You've been missing the messages, and they've been sending them to you. All right. So Spirit, what else do we have for Leo? Lots of clarity is going to be brought about here in the new season for you, Leo. Clarity on why you're feeling a certain way, and all these different things is going to come about for you in the very near future. All right, so it's saying that they want you to be bold and take risks. Like, you know, you're not taking enough risk here. All right, so the divine wants you to be bold and take risks. They want you to step outside of your comfort zone because you're still within the limits of your comfort. And staying in the limits of your comfort is not going to elevate you. All right, so they want you to take risks. Independent. Ooh, Leo. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So you need to be independent, not codependent. All right. This whole message, we already know what your life path message is. You need to be independent. You need to be bold. You need to, like, you got to come out of your shell. You got to take charge of your life. You're not in charge of your life right now. You might feel like you are, but you're not. The divine is saying that you're not in charge of your life. And that's what they need you to do. And that's how you're going to be successful. And until you do that, you're going to limit your potential of being successful. So independence, taking charge, being bold, taking risk, all of that, connecting with those emotions, all of that is going to be required in order for you to gain your success here. And it looks like you was going in that direction, and then some kind of way you reverted back to this. So I don't know what happened, but the divine is saying you need to fix that because they had you on track and now you're going back. Yeah, that's the message, Leo. If we finish this message right now, that would still be the message. We could be done with this message right now, and that would still be the message. All right. Spirit, what else do you have for Leo as far as the spiritual? What do you have for Leo? Writing. So you need to be writing things down. This message has come to you a lot, Leo. The divine has been wanting you to heal people with your words for a very long time. That's the reason why I can remember these messages coming. It doesn't matter what deck it comes from. If you look back on previous reading, divine wants you to write things down because your story is going to heal other people. It's not going to entertain other people. It's going to teach and heal other people. And so you have a story that they need you to express, and whether that be in vlogs, journals, whatever it is, but the divine is saying that you need to be writing things down. The divine is clarifying about your heart's desires here. Your heart's desires. And they emphasize on yours because, because you love so strong of others, you really care about other people a lot more than you be caring about yourself. And the divine is saying, like, you cannot do that. All right. So the angels are supporting and guiding and protecting you as your dreams become your reality. So make your dreams your reality here. So it's time for you to figure out what it is that you truly desire and acting on that and accomplishing that, taking charge of all of that. No more living for other people. The longer you live for someone else, the more you're going to continue to put yourself off. And you are not going to be happy. Freedom. See? The divine don't want you to be closed off. They want you to be independent out there. Like, you're free to do what you choose. So stop thinking that you aren't. Freedom. Like, these messages are not made up. Some of you guys are allowing something else or someone else to dictate everything it is that you're doing. And Spirit is saying, nope, you don't need to do that. You do not need to do that. Your happiness and your success depends on your independence. Your happiness and your success depends on your independence. Alright, Spirit, what else do we have? What else do we have for Leo? So we did your spiritual purpose, and even your spiritual purpose led you back to heart's desire and independence and freedom. Your life path was taking charge and being independent and getting back to your spirituality and connecting with emotions and being bold and independent. Your spiritual path was heart's desire and being free. So let's see what your life purpose is. So Spirit is saying that you've been having a lot of emotional withdrawal. A lot of emotional withdrawal. So this emotion, whatever this emotion, this heavy emotion that's, you know, hindering a lot, there needs to be a connection made, and there needs to be healing of that emotion. All right, because this thing, each one of these cards, like the freedom card, the heart's desire card, and the emotional withdrawal card, I see the person is near on a beach or on a lake, you know, releasing, like near water, releasing. But yeah, you're having these withdrawals with your emotion, like these emotions causing you to disconnect from other people and all that stuff. You utilize these emotions to push you into the direction of your heart's desires. Once you do that, you will have victory and success. So it's just clarifying the message. Like, you're going to have victory and success. But what's required of you to have that, you know, you're going to feel like you're giving up a lot. But really, you're not giving up anything. What you're giving up is holding you back. Alright. What else do we have? That's a part of that releasing of the old. Alright, when you release the old, new can't enter. New can't enter if the old is still holding things up. And I believe that was a part of your reading last month. Shedding of the old skin. Alright, what else do we have for Leo? Just breathe. It's like you're in a battle with yourself. Your dark and your light self. It's almost like you don't know which direction to go. The Spirit is saying just breathe, because it's going to all work itself out. So just breathe. It looks like there's going to be a coming together soon with you and your significant other, or you and a partner. You know, it looked like there was some heartbreak here with you and someone. There is a coming together. Like, there's going to be an understanding occurring here in this picture. And it looks like the divine masculine is actually helping you mend this broken heart, you know. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be some coming together here. Divine masculine energy helping you mend a broken heart. So oh yeah, all right, so let's go ahead and go over to this angel therapy here. Overall, good reading. It's just some emotions that need to be real. Like, you really need to pay particular attention to those emotions that you're having, Leo. What else does Leo need to know? So, Leo, clear yourself. Woo! Man, listen, Spirit is not playing. Ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. All right, so anything that's toxic that you're holding on to, ask the angels, ask Spirit, ask the divine to help you release that. Help you release it. This emotion, like I'm telling you, this emotion that's in your primary reading is toxic. It's very toxic. I don't know where this emotion came from, but that's that emotion that's causing you emotional withdrawal that needs to be addressed through in your meditation. And that's that energy that the divine wants you to have cleared. Okay? And so this is saying you have a strong bond with fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. So you do have a strong desire to help Mother Nature here. Some of you guys may be actually interested in fairies. Okay? But yeah, you definitely have a... You're going to help Mother Nature in some way, form, or fashion. And this fairy, like, she's very creative. So it looks like you're very creative. Like, you have a creative touch here. Very artsy, very colorful, you know. I see her making beads and making fabrics, butterflies, you know. So, yeah, so definitely the creative side of you is going to come out here in the near future, you know. But just clearing those emotions and addressing those emotions. We're going to tap into love just for a quick little session. We're going to tap into the love of the Leo. All right. I'll pull 3 loves whichever one resonates with you. That's the one that you could kind of like focus your attention on. All right. Well, let's see what the Leo has in the love department. All right. So, children. So your love life is being affected by your children. Now, this doesn't have to be a negative thing, but there can be, you know, you could be possibly, you know, connected to a relationship because of your kids. Or you could be preventing yourself from entering into a relationship or being serious about a relationship because of your children, because you don't want your children to, you don't want to expose your children to anyone. But definitely your kids are a deciding factor in this relationship. So your kids may be the reason why you're not entering it, or your kids may be the reason you're not leaving it. Also, some of you are in a relationship and say, give your relationship a chance and work on your partnership. So some of you guys need to really focus on, you know, that's part of connecting with these emotions. And when you connect with these emotions, then you'll be able to see what your fault is in certain things that's going on in your relationship and what's your partner's fault that's going on in this relationship. But this particular card is saying that you need to work with your partner, because it's not all your partner. It's part you too. And that's what you have to understand. Like, you are just as much of a factor in the issues in your relationship as your partner is. Okay? So give your partner a chance. Give your relationship a chance. Y'all need to sit down and work some things out with this one. So whoever this card is for, y'all need to work some things out. And lastly, pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So some of you guys are in relationships and you see red flags. And they giving you a hint like, hey, you need to get on up out of here. But I don't know what you're doing. Like, it look like you just comfortable trying to cover it all up. Because you see her, she all covered up, trying to cover it all up. So you see the red flags, but yet you're still there, or you're still trying to, you know, make things work. And Spirit is saying, no, these are your cautions. We're giving you all the signs. We done gave you every sign that you need. What more do you want from them? That's actually what they're saying. So yeah, definitely with your love, that's a lot. It's heavy, Leo. It's heavy for you guys that are going through some things in your relationships. It's heavy. But yeah, some of you guys just got to work some things through and it's going to be fine. Others of you are just in a bad way in your relationship. And you're going to have to figure that out. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for Leo? What else do we have for Leo? All right, so. So, Divine just went back to love. It said the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. So, regardless of the situation, you and this person, because I believe it's a person that's the reason why you got to connect with an emotion. And you and this person, y'all love is eternal regardless of the situation. So that may be why, you know, the Divine is sending this message here for you to, you know, figure out the things with your partner. Okay? Because this is an undying love here. You know, it just has its flaws. Like, this love has its flaws, but it's an undying love. Like, this love was supposed to happen. Okay? So, I'm going to move these cards aside because these cards have nothing to do with this. But this right here, this undying love is going to require work on both ends. And remember, it's not a singular fault. Like, two people caused this to happen. So you are a part of that. Alright? Alright, what next? Start delegating. You start asking for help. Part of the problem, like part of your problem is you're not asking for help. You're feeling like people should just know that you need help. And that's not how this works. Okay, that is not how this works. And I really, like, y'all reading got real quick. you know. But the thing is, guys gotta work on some things. You gotta work on some things. This is more one of those. This is one of them readings that you're gonna have to sit down and think about for a minute and actually apply some work to this reading, because this is not one of those fun, sweet, everything's gonna be great and uplifting and abundant type of readings right here. This is one of these ones that Spirit said that you need to get it together. You need to get these emotions in line. You need to start doing what we told you to do, or you're just gonna keep feeling like this. This is one of those readings. Spirit not playing with the Leo in this reading. I believe that Spirit is just tired of telling y'all the same things when it comes to certain things. But they saying that they gonna give it to you. Like, Spirit is saying they gonna give it to you. They just want you to do the work. The work ain't gonna come if you don't do the work, though. Like, you're not gonna get the rewards without the work. Period. They're not giving it to you. You're gonna have to earn it. All right? And they also want you to know that although this reading was tough, is that they're gonna be there with you every step of the way. They're going to be protecting you and your loved ones every step of the way. All right. So in order for Leo to get up out of this funk, because y'all are in a funk right now, y'all got to have to do some work. Y'all finna have to do some real serious emotional healing work. Okay. So to recap on y'all reading, the divine is saying it's time for you to get right with Spirit. It's time for you to do some retreating and recharging, meditating and figuring things out. They want you to begin to see things from a different perspective, because your perspective may not be the right perspective. They want you to sit down and go ahead and figure out what your fears are and what your desires are, because your fears, man, your biggest fears are keeping you away from your biggest desires. Like you can have it, but you're just so fearful. And Spirit needs you to work that out. Spirit is saying that there's an emotion that you need to connect with, because this emotion is preventing you from doing so much of what you can do. They're saying that you need to take authority. They're sending you messages and you're not paying attention to any of the messages that they're sending you. And you need to take charge. They want you to be bold. They want you to be independent. And 1 minute you are independent and the next minute you back. And they said, you got to stop playing with them. That's what Spirit is saying. That's the energy that's in the room right now, Leo. All right. They're saying that you're supposed to be writing, and they done told you this several times over. They want you to focus on your heart desires. Okay. They're saying that you're free to choose whatever direction that you want, because they're going to be there with you. But they keep telling you that it's some work that you're doing. And that's why you continuously feeling this emotional withdrawal and this emotional disconnect and these emotions. And you're in a battle with yourself because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And they're telling you to breathe. We're giving you the answers. Just execute. The divine is also saying that, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of things that you need to clear, especially in your relationship. Inside of your relationship, there's a lot of feelings, right? And based on your perspective, it's just your partner. But based on what Spirit is telling me here, it's you and your partner. And y'all going to have to come to an understanding to make this thing come together. All right? Right here. This is the coming together of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So y'all going to have to come to understanding to make this thing come together. All right? Spirit saying you need to clear all that toxic energy from you and your partner. Spirit is also saying that, your children, and for some of you guys, your children are the reason that your relationship is going in the way that it's going. And some of you guys, it's the reason why you're still in it. All right? But for some of you, Spirit is saying that stop trying to ruin this relationship, all right? And give it a chance. Because this is an undying love, and they put this undying love in your path. And it's going to require both of y'all to do some work for it to come together. But you need to work it out with your partner. That's what it say. Work it out with your partner. And others of you seeing all the red flags, but you're ignoring it. Okay? All right. But just know that you can tell people when you need help. Because holding that in, that's adding on to that emotion. That's feeding that toxic, negative emotion, okay? It's feeding it. So start delegating it. Because there are people around you that can help you. And then lastly, the divine is going to continuously support you and your family at whatever you choose, but you have to do the work. There's no way out of it, Leo. You're going to have to do the work, and then you can have your abundance and your success and your victory. But until you do that work and clear that energy and clear that space, then you're just going to continuously repeat this cycle. So that's it. I hope you like the content on this page. If you like it, leave a comment. If you don't like it, leave a comment. Hit a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to y'all later.